Welcome to my show! If you don't know, my name is Taylor, the host of my very own show, Talkin To Taylor. I am the executive film director here at Ant Media Productions. I'm here to bring you a talk show with random guests, topics, and tips. You'll catch me here every Thursday at 11 a.m. You'll be hearing how I balance my life as executive film director at the Brooklyn Cafe show, a full-time college student usually working 4 days a week, and an endurance runner training for the biggest race of my life. So join me, and we're gonna have fun laughing and talking together. Well, at least I'm gonna do some laughing and talking, so keep watching. Hello and welcome. I know it says Thursdays at 11, but you just gotta bear with me. It's 11:21, and that is because my class gets out at 10:50, which is not fun, but it's what we're gonna have to deal with. Fun start to my morning was I woke up. My goal was to wake up at like 6:30. It didn't happen because I laid in bed until like 7 or so, and then I was gonna do a speed workout, which I did. I did a speed workout. It was not very long speed workout or anything, but then I had to shower and stuff, and then I realized that I was supposed to read this stuff for my creative writing class and that we were gonna have a quiz on it. So I was like, oh, I need to do that. But then I ended up leaving at 8:45 and my class starts at 9:30. And you might be like, Taylor, that's a whole 45 minutes early. Well, I was 15 minutes late to my class because the traffic on I-95 is so bad. It's so annoying. I hate driving on the highway. I don't even know why I do it. I honestly should take a different route because the highway is supposed to be faster and it was way slower. I could have run to school faster than I feel like the traffic went. So then I was late to class and I missed the quiz, which was the whole point of reading the stupid short stories that she assigned us to read. So I should have just not read the short stories and then went to school and just winged it on the test or the quiz. But it's whatever because I can make it up. So not a fun start to my morning. And then today I have like a practice interview at 3 p.m. on like virtually for one of my classes. So excited about that. It's gonna be really awkward. And I work today, so just not a very fun day. And it's been a busy week. It's been rough, but we're making it through. And you know what we're working towards is tomorrow I am going to the Harry Styles concert. So I'm pretty excited. It feels very strange that it's actually going to happen because it was supposed to happen August of last year. It was supposed to be. And then it got canceled, or not canceled, it got postponed. And they were like, October of next year. And I was like, October? I was like, that's over a year away. So it felt like this day would never come. So it's a long time coming, but finally gonna go to that Harry concert. Pretty excited. Have my outfit picked out, which like everyone's all excited about, what are you gonna wear and stuff, and I'm like, that's not my main concern. My main concern is parking and driving there, because that's always the worst part of any kind of concert or big event like that. It is at the BB&T Center, which I have heard that it's not called the BB&T Center anymore, but I'm going to call it that because it isn't, everyone knows that it's that, but I'm excited. But gotta say, I was a little more obsessed with Harry Styles last year than I am this year, but it's okay. I'm still excited. He's still one of my favorite artists. My favorite songs by him, I guess since we're on the topic of Harry Styles, probably Carolina, If you never heard that song, go listen to it. It's great. She got a family in Carolina. That song, fun fact, is about a girl that he met on a blind date one time, and he was so mesmerized by her that he wrote the song about her, and then she just ghosted him. Like, what a story to say that you were too good for Harry Styles. Like, you ghosted Harry Styles, which I know that he's just a person. I know that. I'm not a psychopath who is super obsessed with him like some girls who are like, see him as like more than a person. I'm like, bro, he's just a guy. But, or at least I think that maybe if I say that, then I'll be like in Starstruck. You ever seen that movie, that Disney movie, Starstruck, where like her sister's obsessed with that famous guy, Christopher Wilde, and then because like she's like, "Ugh, I'm not obsessed with him, like he's so annoying, he's just another celebrity," and then they fall in love at the end. I always wanted that to happen to me, like when I was a kid, so bad. I loved that. That's such a great movie. But yeah, I'm just still hoping Harry Styles is gonna pull me on stage and be like, Taylor. That was my impression of his accent. Taylor Dragovich, would you like to come backstage with me? And I'll give you our meet and greet passes when One Direction gets back together, and then you can meet all of us. So that's what I'm hoping happens. If it doesn't, then it'll be a big letdown. But yeah, those are my goals for the concert, other than getting a parking spot successfully. So yeah, I'm excited though. It's going to be the most exciting thing that I've done for almost all year. So, but I know you're probably wondering, Taylor, how is the marathon training going? Okay, I'll tell you. The marathon training is going okay. Like I said, I did my speed workout this morning. It's been getting harder to find time to do these workouts, but I'm making it work. Still have to do a 16-mile run. That's the last run that I have this week, but don't know for sure when I'm going to do it. I've been debating lately. I've been doing my long runs on Friday mornings, and I still might do that. But do I want to wake up early and do a 16-mile run and then go to a concert that I'll probably be at on my feet until like midnight? I don't know if that's the best idea, but it might be the way I have to go. Or I could do this 16-mile run on Saturday, the day after the concert, when I'm probably going to get home at like 2 a.m., 3 a.m., and then I open on Saturday also. So that's probably not the best idea. Or I could do it Saturday night, but I don't get off work until 6. So then I probably won't be starting until like 7 when the sun is setting. So then I'll be doing this like almost 4-hour run in the dark. And that's probably not a good idea either. So I'm leaning towards tomorrow morning. Oh crap. I have to drink a lot of water today. So I still haven't done that drinking water challenge yet for about drinking as much water as Tom Brady, but maybe I should. No, it's probably too late to start today. Maybe I'll start it next week. I don't know. Because the runs are getting really far. So water is even more important. And yeah, I wish I had really cool updates about my life, but not much to say other than I work. But Tuesdays I've been working with my coworker, and we're friends too, Alex, and it's just been him and I on Tuesdays because it's not super busy. So my dad's schedule is just the two of us, and we have goals to get out early this week. So hopefully, I mean, maybe it'll be so dead that we'll make some TikToks and then I'll show them on the show. So I don't see that happening, because the rough thing about 2 people is that usually we have 3 people working, and when you have 2 people, Then you have to make up for there not being a third person, which again, it's not very busy, so that's why there's only 2 people. But then also we still have to do extra work and stuff. So that kind of sucks. But our goal is at some point on these Tuesdays to get out at 10:10, which is going to be really hard because we close at 10 and we have to do all this cleaning crew stuff, or at least 10:15. 10:15 would be a good time too, because we have to do all the cleaning crew stuff, which means we have to sweep the floors, mop the floors, do a lot of stuff, and clean the stone, wash all the dishes, which means we have to get ahead early. And it's been rough because for some reason, everyone thinks that this week is the week that they want to go get ice cream at 10 o'clock at night. I'm not even kidding you. I worked last night. This group of girls came in at like 9:58 and we were like, how nice of you. And then the worst thing that you can do when you come in that late is try to have conversation with me. I already don't like talking to customers that much. I'm already not a conversation person with people that I don't know. But then they are already on my nerves by coming in that late. And then they're like, hey, let me make a funny joke. I don't care how much of a comedian you are. No joke is going to be funny to me when you come in 2 minutes before closing. I'm telling you right now. They thought that they were hilarious and I was not having it. So, yeah. Pro tip, if you feel like you have to go in somewhere, first off, try to not go in half hour before someone closes or later, especially 2 minutes before somewhere closes. If you are going to go in that late, leave a fat tip, get in and get out as fast as possible. We don't want small talk with you, okay? So yeah, that's just my tip for if you go somewhere right before closing, especially if it's like food. So yeah, just in my experience, people, it's always the rude people too that come in right at closing. Well, not always, I gotta say. There are some really nice people that feel bad, but a lot of the times you would think that people would feel bad coming in right at 10 when we close at 10, but no, they don't feel bad and they take their time and I don't appreciate it. Sometimes they even come in after closing and then they say, well, can you still serve me though? Can't you still serve me? Like, you guys don't look like you're doing anything. And we're like, we were doing something and you interrupted us. So it just makes me want to kick them out more, which I have done that when people come in after closing. If they were nice and we're like, I'm so sorry, are you guys still open? Then usually I'll make an exception and be like, you know what, for you, I will. But then there's those people that come in and they're like, your sign is still on, so why can't I come in? And I'm like, because we close at 10 and it's 10:05, so get out. I don't say it like that, but I want to really bad. So that's my work rant. My most exciting customer this week was a lady who told me that she had a $5 off coupon and she didn't. And then she insisted that she had one. And I said, if you had one, it would come up on the rewards. And she said, I come here all the time, which they always say that when they want to complain that they come here all the time. And she was like, I come here all the time and I spend so much money here. So I have a $5 off. And I was like, listen, no, you don't. If you had $5 off, I would see it right here, but I don't. And yeah, she just kept arguing with me and I was not having it. I was like, you don't have a $5 off. You have to pay for it, you have to get out. And she was like, she paid for it and all that. But then she said she was going to call the manager. And I was like, okay. And then she was like, do you guys have a card or something? And I was like, the number is online, which I knew that if she actually looked up the number, she would just look up the number for the store. And then it would end up just being me that answered. So I was really nervous actually that she was going to call and be like, I was just there. And I was going to be like, oh, that was me that you were talking to actually. So what's the issue? Because if you're going to complain to me about a $5 off coupon, I'm going to tell you that you don't have one. So, yeah. She was so nice. No, she wasn't. She was really mean. But just day in the life. But Anyway, I'm gonna go to commercial break and try to think of what else I did this week, even though I probably will think of nothing. So we'll go to commercial and I'll be right back.
Cold Stone Creamery. At Cold Stone, we make our ice cream fresh every single day in store. We have over 20 different ice cream base flavors and over 30 different mix-ins to choose from. We also have plenty of signature creations if you don't want to go ahead and choose your own. To end your creation, you can put it in one of our freshly made waffles. We have ice cream cakes, ice cream sandwiches, milkshakes, smoothies, banana splits, sundaes, and so many other things for you to come check out and enjoy. We are the official ice cream store of the Brooklyn Cafe. Hope to see you soon, and remember, it's always a great day for ice cream.
You kept watching even after the commercial break? I really appreciate that. Hey, you know what? You should keep watching, because I have a feeling we are going to be talking about even more interesting stuff here in a second. So, right back to the show. Surprisingly, I did think of something exciting that happened. It might not be that exciting to you, but it's exciting to me. So last week was the last day of September. Exactly a week ago, it was the last day of September, September 30th. 30th? Yeah, 30th. So, on the Nike app, so as you know, I've been training for a marathon, whatever, you already know that. But I've been training with my friend Noah, as you probably also know. Which, by the way, I want to get a little interview with him at some point. I'll probably have to record it and play it on the show. But I do want to do that because just to ask him how he likes training for a marathon with me. And also he is a cross-country coach. He's like a assistant cross-country coach and stuff. So I was going to ask him questions about that. Anyway, my friend Noah, we are training together. And we both have this Nike app where we do all of our runs, and it tracks all of our miles and everything. So in the Nike app, if you have friends on the app, which I do, I have me, my mom, my sister, Noah, and my friend Alyssa, and then my friend Jessica. So on this app, it'll have the leaderboard. So it'll tell you how many miles each person that you're friends with and you have run for the entire month. So usually Noah is always ahead of me in miles because, it's usually timed runs that we go on. So the time-based, he'll run further than me. If we're doing a 50-minute run, he'll usually get in 6 miles or 7 miles or something because he's way faster than me, and I'll get in between 4 and 5 miles. So, yeah, so he's usually way ahead of me. But last month, there was one run where I was going to go 15 miles, started running, lightning everywhere. So I was like, I don't really feel like getting struck by lightning today. So I called my mom to pick me up. I was 6.5 miles out. And she came and picked me up. Well, both my parents came and picked me up. And I was really bummed out because I was feeling so good that run, that 6.5 miles. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to go for the 15 again tomorrow. So the next day, I went back out and I did 15 miles the next day. After failing, well, not failing, but after not being able to do the 15 miles the day before, but I did 6.5, which was more than I was supposed to do for that day since I was originally planning on doing 15. And so that 6.5 miles got me ahead on the leaderboard by 6 miles or so. And so, yeah, the whole month, that was at the beginning of September. And then the rest of the month, I was beating him in miles. And so, but then towards the end of the month, he started catching up to me. And I was like, this is my 1 month to finally win for accidentally doing 6.5 miles. So you're not about to beat me. And so I made sure, even though I wanted to not do a run on the last day of September, I did it anyway, just to beat him. And I did end up beating him, and I'm very proud. Even though I'm a little suspicious that he took it a little easy on me at the end, because at the end of the month, he was 3 miles. He was only 3 miles. Yes, he was only 3 miles behind me. And I was like, that's it. He's going to beat me, because we had a 30-minute run, and I was like, there's no way that he's going to run less than 3 miles in 30 minutes. But then I ended up beating him by a mile, and I was like, that doesn't make any sense, but okay, I'll take it. So I ended up beating him, and I will forever bring it up to him just to brag about the time that I ran more miles than him in September. So I'll actually tell you right now how many miles I ran in September, and it's pretty crazy, I must say. So if you want to know how many miles I've run this year in 2021 so far, I've so far run 349 miles. That probably means nothing to you. It doesn't really mean much to me either, because I don't really know if that's good or bad. Trying to find September. There we go. September 2021. I ran 125.2 miles. And I think Noah ran like 124 miles. So, secured that win, you know? We like it. Yeah, so that was pretty successful for me. Let's see who's winning right now, actually. Live update of the leaderboard. Noah's winning. He is ahead of me by 3.39 miles, but don't you worry. I'm coming for him. I'm going to try and do that 16 miles tomorrow, and I will be beating him by a lot if I do it tomorrow and he doesn't. And I will continue rubbing it in his face. So, yeah. That's what keeps me going in this marathon training, is beating Noah on the leaderboard. So, super exciting stuff. That's what keeps me entertained, is running just to make sure I have more miles than my friend. So, that's probably not a very normal thing for most people, but yeah. Oh, wow. Update, guys. That means that this year alone, right? I said 300 miles for this year. I've run from here to North Florida, like Tallahassee area. Wow. That makes it sound so much cooler. I've ran almost the whole state of Florida. Yeah. I mean, that sounds pretty cool to me. So I appreciate that statistic. Thank you. Wow. I am just so cool like that. That reminds me of that guy. Did you hear about that guy? This guy who knew this guy who knew this guy? SpongeBob reference. Anyway, who he ran across the country, like from California to, where did he run to? Can't remember where, but he started in California and then he ran all the way to the East Coast. So, I mean, I could compete with that guy, maybe. Just kidding. He did that in a few months, and it's taken me, what are we, the 10th month of 2021? But I gotta set some big goals for 2022, because the beginning of 2021, I wasn't really running much at all. And so, most of those 300 something miles are from these past like 2 months, to be honest. Probably almost all of them are from like the past 3 months. So, because I didn't really run much at all the first like 3 or 4 months of 2021. So, hopefully next year I'll run from South Florida to North Carolina or something like that. Something that sounds far away and cool. So, yeah. I'm just, I don't think I told the story in here, but a story that made me feel really athletic was, I was working per usual, and this guy came in, and he was like, I feel like I've seen you. And I was like, No, I didn't actually say that. He was like, I've seen you before. You're that girl that's always running around the name of my neighborhood. I guess I probably shouldn't say it on here. So let's say the name of my neighborhood is Flowerville. So he's like, I've seen you running around Flowerville. You're always running. Like, I always see you running around Flowerville. And I'm like, really? That makes me feel really cool that, like, you always, well, at least that's something that I find cool, is that he always sees me running because I'm training for a marathon. So I thought that was pretty cool. And then that just, like, made the rest of my day. He also tipped $5 and he was really nice. So I was like, oh, I'm actually training for a marathon, so that's why you probably see me out there. He's like, oh, great job, keep up the good work. And I was like, I was touched. I was like, thank you. I really appreciated it. So hopefully I see it now. Every time I'm running and there's like a car that drives by, I'm like, I wonder if it's that guy, because he says he probably lives in my neighborhood, so in Flowerville. So yeah, but hopefully I'll see that guy again. Maybe I'll see him like right before the marathon and he can wish me good luck or something. So yeah, and I found out the day of my graduation, which is going to be right after the marathon. So December's going to be an exciting month for me. So looking forward to it. It's also spooky season, and Halloween is a-coming, and I have picked out my Halloween costume. I'll reveal that next week because we have to go now. So I'll see you next week, and bye-bye. Dang it. That's the end of the show. Well, I'll be here next Thursday at 11 a.m., so make sure you don't miss out. I'm sure I'll have some new random topic that you will hopefully enjoy. Make sure you listen to my show as a podcast on Spotify. Also, if you want to find all my other shows, just go to YouTube and Facebook and look under 2020 Vision. I'm probably going to do something like go feed my turtles, so have a nice week, and I'll see you on Thursday. Bye!